Hey world, the Virgos are here. I hope y'all are good and well and blessed today. We coming at you with another interesting topic. I want to know, well, Sharad wants to know, because he picked these topics today. He wants to know, are people in love or are they just in need? And y'all know I got some questions. So let's get into it. And before we get into it though, we need you to like, share, and subscribe. Additionally, we need you to comment. So listen to the CAD podcast if you have any opinions or any opinions counter to our opinions. Put them in the comment section. And if you have something that you would like to talk about on the Virgo Verdict, you can email us at thevirgoverdict@gmail.com. But in the meantime, we about to get into it. Let's go. So,
Oh,
Sharad,
yes, ma'am.
first of all, why did you pick this topic? And tell me what you think. What do you
Okay.
think? Do you think people are in love? And I need a time frame. Are we talking about since our grandparents was getting in relationships? Are we talking about some new shit? What are we talking about here?
I think I want to. I mean, you know what? I don't even think a time frame matters because back in the day, people used to get married for security. That's what people
Mm-hmm.
are trying to do now. Men are trying to secure women based on what they look like and things of that nature. That's why I think the divorce rate is high because I think folks get into it for the wrong reason. You know, and the reason why I picked it is, just just looking around, me, just being nosy on the internet. And the question is, are people choosing partners because they genuinely love them or because they need something from them emotionally, financially, sexually, socially, or psychologically? You know, are we really in love with that person or are we just attached to what they can offer us?
Well, Sharad, I think that's been historically what relationships and marriage has been about forever. Like, I think, and I might be being a pessimist here, but especially approaching or being in middle age, I'm seeing a lot of people get hitched at this big grown age. A lot of people, because I'll be 55 in September.
Oh, damn, you old.
And shut up. In the last, I would say a couple of years, people in my same age group, there's been a lot of people in our age group getting married. And I don't know that it's for love. I mean, yeah, they may love their mate, but I think people are getting hitched. This is just me, y'all. This is just my opinion from my observations of the relationships and new marriages that I have seen. I think that they are marriages of convenience. I think people are settling. I think people are getting older and do not want to spend their later years alone. And I think it is a security measure for people, especially people in their 50s getting married. I think people are like, fuck it. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. I
That
don't
jagged
think
edge
it's
shit.
no,
We ain't
yeah,
getting no
I don't
young.
think it's no fairy tale. I don't. And not saying that, it's not real. Like the love isn't real. I'm not saying that. And I may be totally wrong, but I also could be totally right. In these conversations, I had a conversation with my homeboy. He'll be 60 next year and he just got married. And when he told me he was marrying his wife, it wasn't with a great deal of that's my baby. Um, yes, we doing it. It was, well, we've been together this long. And yeah, I love her. That was
Right.
basically how he said it to me. And then he said, shit, I'm about to be 60. So that let me know right there, it wasn't necessarily about her as a wife or as a person. It wasn't necessarily about how she made him feel, how they made each other feel. It wasn't necessarily about a union between two people becoming one. It was shit. I'm getting
I'm getting
old
old.
and it's time to motherfucking settle down. That's what I got from it. And there's a man right now who's I used to date, who's recently gotten married, and he's still calling me. So what the fuck is that? You know, like if these marriages, and again, not all, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's a large majority of shit happening for convenience and for security. I think when you get into the older ages, I'd have made some Alfredo macaroni and cheese. Sorry, y'all. That's what that is, my shit. Um, but I think when we getting into the middle ages and the older ages, I think it's more about that, about let's do this last half of life together. Let's combine our social security. Less. I don't think it's particularly love or in love, although they may love these people, but I think that what is most obvious and paramount is the convenience part of it.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, no, I think you're in some cases. I think you're 1,000% correct. I've heard of many women on my timeline say, "Hey, the next time they marry, it will be for money. It won't be for love." I also have heard folks say, "Hey, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to be found in a house dead." You know, do I think love
But you
still
know what,
exists?
Sherrod?
Hmm.
I feel like that. I feel like rather than be poorly surrounded, rather than settle for somebody just for the sake of having a warm body in my bed, I would rather not. I would rather rock this shit out single and happy and at peace. Cause I fuck with me heavy, right? So when somebody comes into my life, they're not competing with another person. They're competing with me. They're competing with my own peace, my own happiness, my own pulled upness. They're competing with all of that. So for me, if you are coming into my life at this stage of the game, you have to come in as an addition and a supplement to those things. You can't deplete or take away any of that or corrupt or any of that. You got to come and you have to be an asset basically to those things. And of course, for me, y'all, there has to be love. There has to be I like you. And it has to be a lot of like. I have to really, really like you in order to invite you into my space, welcome you into my life, and agree to walk the last half of my life with another human being. For me, it has to be whirlwind love, whirlwind respect, whirlwind like. I don't have to settle because without another person, I'm enough. Without another person, I could spend the rest of my life by myself. I don't want to, but I can because, again, I fuck with me heavy. So I don't need to settle. I'm okay if my ideal mate never walks through my door. I'm okay because I got me and I love me. I do want somebody to walk through my door though, but it has to be all the things. It has to be, I don't want nobody settling for me, Sherrod. I want somebody choosing me. I want somebody who's sure, who wants to spend the rest of their life with me because they like me, not because they like the convenience of a relationship with me. You understand what I'm saying?
But
Hello?
like I said, it's a lot of people out there that it's a lot of different situations. You know, some people are
Mm-hmm.
marrying strictly for the love part of a relationship. Some people are doing it for security and stability and the whole nine. You know, and I've heard and I've spoken to people about this exact topic, and it's kind of mixed. And to me, if you're not getting married for love or in a relationship for love, why be in it? You know, and
Exactly.
the only reason I can come up with is because you're selfish, right? Because you got to realize, you know, I talk to young men in talking to young men about relationships. It's like, look, man, make sure you're not out here presenting yourself as something you're not. Make sure that this individual is liking you for you. And I tell my son this all the time. Make sure she likes you for you. I tell my daughters, make sure he likes you for you and vice versa. Because guess what? Money can fade away, looks gonna fade away, you know. But if y'all are genuinely in love with one another, remember that video Music Soul Child had where they both got old and she no longer could walk anyway. You know, if that's how if there was any way I could describe love, I guess that would be it right there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, hey, these video girls, I don't want them. You know, it's it's I see I see damn near naked women all day, every day, just based on where I work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with what I got. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know,
At some
because all that
point,
glitters is
ain't
definitely
go.
not gold.
And Sherrod, at this big grown age, and at some point, the physical is unimportant. Like, I have seen fine ass men. I have seen beautiful women. But that's not what draws me. That's not what pulls me in. And I also find it off-putting because there are people who have beauty privilege, you know, pretty privilege, men
Mm-hmm.
and women. And they try to work that shit. And while looks and attractiveness appeals to some, it doesn't move me at all. Personally, I like interesting looking folk. I like folk that people might consider unattractive. I be liking the ugly people. And I don't consider them ugly. This is just, you know, whatever. But that superficial shit, that don't do nothing for me. Niggas whipping out money, that don't do nothing for me. Nothing at all. Substance is what does it for me. And I also think that consideration is one of the highest forms of love. If you can go out in the world amongst all the shit that we have to do every day, all day, all of the obligations, and you go out in the world and you consider me while you're out in the world and you have let me know that I have had your consideration, that does it for me. Like, yeah, you could get it for, for being considerate. So that looks shit, that's nothing. That's
It'll
nothing. I
fade.
done had fine men and men with money. It don't, that shit don't move me at all. Who are you? Are you lying to yourself? Are you lying to others? Do you have integrity? How are you moving around in the world? Do you fuck with your kids? These are the things that I want to know. And these are the kinds of people that I want to be with. People who fuck with their kids heavy. People who consider others. People who do the right thing. People who are righteous. If you look good doing all that, that's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, other than that, that superficial shit, I don't like it. And y'all can keep that settling shit. Cause I like sleeping in my big bed by myself in the middle of the bed. Okay. If I'm gonna make room for you, you got to be a bad motherfucker. You got to be somebody worth making room for in my bed, in my comfortable bed that I truly enjoy being in alone. So if I'm making room for you in my comfortable bed that I enjoy being in alone, you the one. You the
Okay.
one. And I'm not under any other circumstances making that choice unless you the one. I can just date. We can see each other, on occasion. But as far as getting married, being committed, because I feel like I need to be with somebody, that's just not me. But I know that there are people in the world who do that. I'm not knocking it, whatever you got to do to get through this living. But for me, that's just having a mate, just for the sake of having a mate, is not that important to me.
Okay. Yeah, and
So y'all,
that that's something I tell young men about, when it come to women, you know, don't go. It's not always the best looking. Hey man, get somebody that you can be attracted to or whatever, but make sure she treats you good and you treat her good. Because we get so caught up on, man, she got this fat ass, these big titties, she got this and this and this. Bro, how does she treat you? How are you treating her? Are y'all in this thing together? Are y'all moving? Are y'all in alignment with one another? Because it's so often where, when I hear that, oh, the divorce rate is this high, this and this and this and this. Look, when people get married for the wrong reasons, of course divorce is going to be the thing. You married this person because you know what? He pays all the bills. But god damn, I don't like the way he looked. I don't even like when he touched me. I don't like nothing about him. He just pays all the bills. And I've heard this personally. It's like, yo, he just pays the bills. I mean, I don't even sleep with him. And in my head, I'm like, well, why in the fuck would you torture yourself? Is money that, you know what I'm saying?
torture.
That's torture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever just walked around the house with somebody and and y'all not getting along, right? Just say y'all we gonna go on a small level. We ain't even getting along, and just seeing you like make me sick. But you
Mm-hmm.
love them, but they make me
Yeah.
sick because we beefing right now. Now just
Mm-hmm.
imagine you don't love a person and you got to see them every day.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
Uh-uh.
it.
Yeah.
So I had this guy for many, many years who really he he said that he wanted to be with me, but really what it was he liked the idea of me. He didn't particularly like me. I was a challenge for him and he wanted to conquer. And I had considered settling for this person because I knew he would pay all the bills, right? And he let it be known, I buy you a house, I pay all your bills. You ain't got I bring my check home to you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. And I considered it. But then I also considered how that would affect me emotionally, spiritually. I don't like this nigga.
Yep.
And for me, it would have been torture to live in the house with that man every day, knowing that I don't like him and I would have to perform. I would have to put on for the sake of, peace in our relationship. I gotta be the doting wife. I gotta I gotta suck your salty ass balls. Can you imagine sucking the salty ass balls of a nigga you don't fucking like? No, I can't. I can't imagine that. That's torture. I can't do that to myself. Why would I torture
Mhm.
myself in that way? When you like somebody, you will suck their salty ass balls without a problem and love it. But when you don't like somebody, you know how disgusting you would be to suck somebody's salty ass balls whom you don't like? I can't do it. Cannot do it, Sherrod. So no,
Oh, shit,
I
you
can't
stupid.
settle. I got to like you. I got to like you. I can't imagine sucking the salty balls of a person I don't like.
Hey, hey, but you know what? It's the same. It's the same with us dudes. Once you get over. the figure, the body, the coochie, and all that other shit, you be like, man, she get naked, you be like, this motherfucker home. Let me see. Let me see. I can go. I can chase some ants out the house. I can do something. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be
Not
bothered with
chase
her at
ants
all.
out the house.
You know what I'm saying? It's, you try to do anything. You be mad at your homies. Be like, hey, bro, y'all hanging today? No, man. Why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying?
You
So,
trying to get away.
man, I'm like, dog, come on, man. Let's hang. Oh, then, or when you are hanging out, like, well, man, we got to go home, man. Why? You know, we ain't got to go home. We grown. You know,
Right.
but they like their situations and you hate yours. And I was in that situation, like, damn, gotta go home to this motherfucker.
Gotta go home to this motherfucker. Fortunately, I've never experienced that. When I did live with somebody, I couldn't wait to get home.
Yeah,
Every day I wanted to come home. There was not a time, even when we wasn't liking each other, Sherrod,
that's when you
I
know you got a
still
good
wanted to go
relationship.
home. Yeah, I still wanted to go home. I looked forward to going home.
That's when your shit is good. And you know what? That's right there. That's the true sign of your relationship. When things are not going great, the way y'all speak to each other is still with respect. I still
Mm-hmm.
love, my partner, him or her, whoever y'all dealing with or whatever. When y'all love each other, yeah, we gonna be mad at each other. Yeah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then you gonna be fuck you. Yeah, whatever. But guess what?
Right.
I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going
And you
nowhere.
ain't going nowhere.
You know,
And
and
come and eat,
and
fucker.
you
Come get some food. Goddamn. It be like that. It bees like that.
it is. And you know what? That's the true sign of love is when things are not going right, but you just still can't see yourself without that person.
Yeah.
You know, and and on the flip side, even when everything is so called going great, you still don't see that person as your forever. That's when you know that's when you know you got to get up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to a young lady at work, and hey, I was privy to a lot of inside information on some relationships, and just hearing that, oh yeah, he's a great guy. He's this, he's that, he's this. She says, I just can't do it, and it's like, damn. I mean, he doing more than I would do. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and it be like that. Like if you don't have that thing, they can look great on paper. They can look great. But if there's not that thing between you, it's
Yeah,
unfortunate because there are situations where shit happens where you be wanting to like the person because they check all the boxes.
yeah,
But if there's something missing, there's something missing. And just because they check all the boxes doesn't mean I'ma settle for you. Cause you checking all the boxes still, if I don't automatically or authentically like you, your checked boxes are not gonna make me like you. Cause when you like somebody, it's a natural occurrence.
yeah.
You
You
don't be
make
like,
time
oh,
for
I'm
them.
gonna like this person. You either do or you don't.
Yeah. And you know what?
And if
You know
go
there's
ahead.
one thing that I don't ever want someone to say about me in a relationship. I had to grow to like him.
Yeah. You don't have to grow. No, I need you to start out liking me.
Yeah, right.
I need you to start out liking me.
Yeah.
I need you
He
to
grew
through
on
the
me.
gate be liking me. Day one,
Hey, when I
be
open the
liking
door
me.
up, you like
You
me.
like me. Yes. Yes, nigga. If you got to wait to like me, your ass
Yeah.
don't motherfucking like me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me if you don't like me.
That's it. That's
Don't
it right
spend your
there.
time on me if you don't like me. Don't waste my time. If you don't, it's cool. You ain't got to like me. But what I cannot tolerate is somebody coming into my life telling me about their intentions and telling me that they like me and they don't like
And
me.
they're lying.
And they're lying. That's a betrayal of the heart of the highest order. Don't do that. I would rather you not fuck with me than to play with me. So yeah, keep not liking me and be away. Like for real, be away. So y'all, what y'all think? Internet world. What do y'all
Right.
think? Do you think, um, especially as we get older, those of you who are people of a certain age, do you think that there's a lot of settling happening? Or do you think that people, are jumping the broom because they done found love? Like, how's it going? Keep it real with your girl. Put it in the comments, y'all. If y'all got something to say, put it in the comments and let us know what you think. Sharad, you got any other thoughts on this?
No, I think we hit the nail on the head on this one.
I think so too. All right, y'all. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you got more to say, email at thevirgoverdict@gmail.com. Until next time, peace.
Peace.